Once again, a warm welcome to all of you in this episode of Stories.com. I hope your entire family is doing well and taking care of each other. In the world of crime, sometimes a tiny clue, a small piece of evidence, and if the police officer is smart, a sharp investigator, then the case is solved for sure, no matter how hard the killer tries to hide it. In today's story, the killer decided to commit not one, but 3 murders in true Drishiam style. He planned everything carefully over many days. But one single mistake happened. A mistake so simple that when you hear it, you'll think, how could that even happen? And the funny thing is, this is the kind of mistake that happens to all of us in everyday life. This story is from Bhavnagar. In Bhavnagar lived a forest officer named Shailesh Kamla. Just a year ago, he had been promoted to assistant conservator of forests. Shailesh was married. His wife's name was Naina-ben, 42 years old, and they had 2 children, a 13-year-old daughter named Pratha and a 9-year-old son named Bhavya. As a forest officer, Shailesh was given a government quarter near the forest. But the location was remote, and schooling was an issue for the kids. So, he sent both his son and daughter to study in Surat. Since the children were small, their mother, Naina-ben, also stayed with them in Surat. That left Shailesh living alone in the quarter in Bhavnagar. Now, Diwali had just passed. On October 27th, during the school holidays, Naina-ben came to Bhavnagar with both children to celebrate Diwali together with her husband. The whole family arrived on the 27th. A week passed peacefully. But on November 7th, Shailesh suddenly showed up at the police station and reported that his wife Naina-ben and both children had gone missing from home. He said he had no idea where they went. The police filed the report. A government officer, a forest official, and 3 people missing at once. Naturally, the police became alert. They immediately suspected an extramarital affair. Maybe the wife or the husband had a lover. So they started investigating from that angle. But soon they found out Shailesh had no affair and neither did Naina-ben. They questioned Naina-ben's family. They said Shailesh was a very good husband and father. Neighbors also said the same. When Shailesh was questioned, he mentioned that on November 5th, their colony security guard had seen his wife and children leaving in an auto. The police noted it, but when they asked the guard, he said, "Sir, I did see an auto leaving, but I'm not sure if it was his wife and children. I barely knew them since they hardly came here from Surat." That raised a small doubt in the police's mind. Now, they started checking Shailesh's mobile records. One number kept appearing repeatedly from October 27th to the first week of November. It belonged to another forest officer named Girish Bai. When questioned, Girish said that on November 2nd, Shailesh had called him and asked him to dig a large pit near his house to dump garbage. The pit was dug. 2 days later, Shailesh asked him to fill it back up. A JCB machine came. When the digging was happening, neighbors and kids gathered around. Shailesh shooed them away, saying, "There are snakes here. Don't come close." When the police heard this, they went straight to Shailesh's house. They found the pit exactly behind the house, in a place no outsider could access. The timeline matched perfectly. Family arrives, pit dug, pit filled, family disappears. Suspicion fell on Shailesh. But they still needed a motive. No affair, no money issues, nothing. Meanwhile, another team checked CCTV footage. The family was seen arriving on October 27th. They were seen entering the colony on November 5th. But no footage showed them leaving after that. So, if they never left the colony, where did they go? The police then dug deeper into Naina-ben's mobile. They found WhatsApp messages she had sent to Shailesh. Most were in Gujarati. But one message was typed to Shailesh and left unsent. Why unsent? Because her phone was on airplane mode. The message read, "I am leaving of my own free will with my children. I have fallen in love with someone else. I will live with him. Don't look for me. I will never come back. If you try to find me or force me, I will end my life." The police already knew Naina-ben had no affair. And the language was completely different, mixed Gujarati and English, not her usual style. Her family confirmed she would never write like that. The phone had been at home the whole time, meeting with Shailesh. It was clear, Shailesh had typed this message himself. When they checked call detail records and location data for that time, both Shailesh's and Nainaben's phones were at the same spot the entire time. The CCTV showed no one leaving. The fake message. The pit. The timeline. Under pressure, Shailesh finally confessed. He took the police team to his house and pointed to the very pit behind the house. Laborers were called. The pit was dug open. Inside were the bodies of Nainaben, his wife, Pratha, his 13-year-old daughter, and Bhavya, his 9-year-old son. The bodies were badly decomposed. Post-mortem confirmed they had been suffocated. Shailesh told the whole story. He and Nainaben kept fighting over one thing. Nainaben wanted the family to live together. She said life is short, the children should study nearby, they should be one family again. Shailesh kept refusing. He insisted the children needed better schools in Surat. He said it was for their future. During Diwali holidays, Nainaben came home and brought it up again. On the morning of November 5th, the argument escalated badly. In a fit of rage, Shailesh grabbed a pillow and pressed it over Nainaben's face until she stopped breathing. Then he went to the next room, where his 9-year-old son Bhavya was sleeping, and did the same. Finally, he went to his 13-year-old daughter Pratha and suffocated her too. In just 15 minutes, he murdered his entire family in their own home. It was around 7 a.m. He had already planned the pit. He removed the fresh soil, dumped the bodies one by one, threw their clothes and mattresses on top to hide the smell, and leveled the earth again. By 9 a.m., he bathed, got ready, went to work, and acted normal. He continued his routine on the 6th too, and on November 7th, he went to the police station and filed a missing persons report. But one tiny mistake destroyed everything. He typed that fake message to make it look like Nainaben had run away with a lover. He forgot to send it. And because her phone was on airplane mode, it stayed unsent. That single unsent message became the biggest clue. Just like we all sometimes type a message in a hurry and forget to hit send, it sits in the draft box. But in this case, it exposed a triple murder. What makes this story so heartbreaking is that Nainaben only wanted one thing: to live together with her husband and children as a family. Was that such a wrong demand? Absolutely not. Why Shailesh refused to let them live together, even though he had no affair, is still unclear. Was it really just about the children's future? Or something else? The investigation is ongoing. But this tragic story ends here. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. See you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. with a new story.